Hey, salams people, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, right now we're on a Guardian article taking a look at the future. Well, actually, it's here now. Never mind the future, it's actually here in the present. So, box run crash. China's humanoid robot games show advances and limitations. So, let's see what's going on in China here. A quick left hook, a front kick to the chest, a few crisscross jabs, and the crowd cheers. Sounds like a boxing match, but it's not. It's kickboxing prowess that concludes the match. It's an attempted roundhouse kick that squarely misses its target, sending the kickboxer from a top uni team tumbling to the floor. While traditional kickboxing comes with the risk of blood, sweat, and serious head injuries, the best competition in Friday's match at the inaugural World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing faced a different set of challenges. Balance, battery life, and a sense of philosophical purpose being among them. The kickboxers' pint-sized humanoid robots, entered by teams from leading Chinese technological unis, are part of a jamboree of humanoid events taking place at China's latest technology event. After spectators in the 12,000-seater National Speed Skating Oval, built for the 2022 Winter Olympics, stood for the Chinese national anthem, the government-backed games began. So someone said, I came here out of curiosity and sat in the front row. Seeing the robots race was much more exciting than seeing real humans. So you can see some of the robots there playing soccer, playing footy. The games put on a display China's prowess in humanoid robotics, a technological field that has been pushed to the forefront of the country's artificial intelligence industry. That's AI. The hype machine is in full swing. As well as kickboxing, humanoids participated in athletics, football, and dance competitions. One robot had to drop out of the 1500-meter race because his head flew off partway around the course. Keeping the head balanced while in movement is the biggest challenge for us, said Wang Zi, a 19-year-old student from one of the universities in Beijing, who's part of the team that entered the robot. Ever since the trope of humanoid dancing robots took the stage at the 2025 Spring Festival Gala, a televised Lunar New Year celebration viewed nearly 17 billion times online, Beijing has been enthusiastically pushing the adoption of embodied AI, an industry, right, that was singled out in the year's government work report. Now, the social media friendly events reflect a more serious geopolitical reality, an intensifying US technological race competition that could reshape the frontiers of artificial intelligence. The tech has become a lightning rod for relations between the two countries, and while the US still has the lead in terms of frontier research, basically down to Washington's restriction on the export of high-end tech chips to China, Beijing is going all in on real-life applications such as robotics. Several cities, including the capital Beijing and Shanghai, have established 10 billion yuan, that's equivalent to about 1 billion pounds, robotics industry funds. So earlier this year in January, the state-owned Bank of China announced plans for a 1 trillion yuan of financial support to the AI industry over the next several years. If there is an area where Beijing thinks that China is ahead or could be positioned to be a world leader, then they really want to draw attention to this. Now, there is something strangely ominous about seeing jerky human like robots with two arms, two legs, and blank heads being dragged out of the ring to be recharged by their human handlers. When it comes to humanoids, obviously something totally different in terms of what we're used to. The Chinese industry has many advantages, although US companies such as Tesla and Boston Dynamics are still seen as the overall market leaders ahead of the curve right now. Several Chinese firms such as UB Tech and Unitree Robotics have supplied the boxing robots in Friday's games and are catching up quick. Now, Tesla relies on China for many of the parts needed to build the company's physical humanoids. Right. The US investment bank Morgan Stanley estimates that China based supply chains produce robots a third of the cost of non China suppliers. It appears to be very difficult to entirely decouple from China in this space, wrote Sheng Zong, the bank's head of China industrial research, in a recent note. Obviously, China is advanced in terms of manufacturing, processing products and items, so a lot of the world is intertwined with Chinese tech products and various other items. As well as generating positive publicity on social media, China views humanoids as being part of the solution to the problems created by the country's aging population and shrinking workforce. I don't think it's just China being affected by that. That seems to be a global problem all over the world. Places like Japan, their birth rates are declining really quickly, their populations are aging, and obviously, this is going to be a problem for the future workforce. A recent article in People's Daily, a mouthpiece of the Chinese Communist Party, said robots could only offer practical and emotional support for elders. The vision of robot assisted elderly care is not that far away, it said. Humanoid robots can do a lot of things, also take care of, basically take over in terms of, replacing employees on factory lines as China tries to retrain and redeploys workforce into more high tech, more high skilled jobs. But for all the hype, there is a big gap between humanoids stumbling over footballs and reliably handling daily tasks. Safely interacting with vulnerable humans would be another leap. The home is probably one of the last places you'll ever find a humanoid robot because of safety issues. My general view on the whole humanoid explosion is honestly a bit of skepticism, said Chan. Two of the biggest barriers to tech being used outside of PR stunts are the complexity of humans built environments and the hands needed to navigate it. While other forms of AI, such as large language models, can be trained using reams of digital data, there's much smaller data sets available for training the algorithms on how to walk through crowded restaurants or up and down flights of stairs. Although China's efforts to get robots out into the real world can help companies to harvest more data, but it's still a bottleneck. So, Dr. Jonathan Aiken, a robotics teacher at the University of Sheffield in the UK, has agreed. He said the state of AI is nowhere near seeing humanoids operating out of uncontrolled environments. Obviously, one of those would be the home. Robots jumping and kicking looks good. Mundane daily tasks such as kitchen knife or folding laundry requires dexterous hands, a skill tech companies have yet to crack. A human hand has about 27 degrees of freedom, so independent movements through space and the area. Tesla's Optimus humanoid, one of the more advanced models, has 22 degrees, so still not quite there yet. So China has beat the odds though before it comes to turbocharged advance. 10 years ago, a decade ago, the country exported fewer than 375,000 cars a year. Now China is a world leader and become one of the biggest automobile suppliers, shipping nearly 6 million vehicles annually. Massive increase compared to where they were a decade ago. So massive improvements, economic developments, wealth and business being created there in China. The European Union has increased tariffs on Chinese built electric vehicles in an attempt to stem that flow. So, also in China, there are the political and public elements around humanoids. So, humanoid games, people have visited them, checked it out, and seen firsthand what they can do and what's behind there and what they might enjoy, be able to see. But there's still a long way to go before these humanoid type robots actually get into people's homes and start doing normal everyday tasks like cooking, cleaning, slicing toast, putting butter on your bread, using a knife, all that kind of stuff. So we'll wait and see how that develops. But there's massive improvement and advancement in robotic technologies and business development in this artificial intelligence space right now. Okay, people, please do let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about the rise of the robots? Do you have any opinions and comments around that? Are you involved in AI? Have you used AI before? What do you think the horizon is coming in the future in regards to this topic? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the links in the description. Support the channel by clicking the join button and help us produce more videos like this so we can get great content out to you. Okay, people, catch you later.